Hey everyone, welcome back. Thank you all for joining me here on Monday afternoon. I hope your weekend was awesome and you got a lot of your preps done. As you can see, things are escalating pretty much on the hourly now. We have serious problems going on with our food shortages. I did go ahead and film just what I saw at my local grocery store this morning. Now, unfortunately, I can't speculate or I can't say that there has been a significant shortage going on right now in California, in my area at least. Things are looking well stocked. What I did see is the frozen food section was pretty much hit and miss. However, it was the weekend and the employees were stocking. Now, they may replace those items. I don't know, because it was about 10 o'clock this morning, a little bit before 10 o'clock that I had went into my store. But I have gone to several different stores here, and for right now we are looking pretty well stocked. When we were having the pandemic in the beginning in 2020, I saw here in California more shortages that were happening as opposed to right now. Now, I know a lot of other states, you guys are being impacted and hit pretty hard with shortages. And that's not to say that we won't be hit hard in the coming months, because we will. Just for right now, I don't know what the reason is. I don't know if our current grocery stores have, a stockpile. I don't know the reason behind that. I do know that the cargo ships and, the logistics of that is still an issue. So I just wanted to read a couple articles to you that kind of caught my attention. And all articles will be linked in the description box for your reference. We see shortages, we are going to see famine, we are going to see rationing. And I won't read it in its entirety just because it's long, but it is a very interesting read. So I do encourage you to go on over and read that. It says, a global food crisis possible, no precedent even close to this since World War II. Farm Policy News. This war threatens to cause a global food crisis by Jack Negus, the New York Times front page. A crucial portion of the world's wheat, corn, and barley is trapped in Russia and Ukraine because of the war, while an even larger portion of the world's fertilizer is stuck in Russia and Belarus. The result is that global food and fertilizer prices are soaring since the invasion last month. Wheat prices have increased by 21%, barley by 33%, and some fertilizers by 40%. The upheaval is compounded by major challenges that were already increasing prices and squeezing supplies, including the pandemic, shipping constraints, high energy costs, and recent droughts, floods, and fires. And the entire article will be linked down below. But we do know that we were all experiencing food shortages and the logistics and the cargoes way before the war. So the war, yes, it may impact it with what, the corn and the wheat and the barley, but we were seeing shortages long before the Ukrainian war. All right. This article, it says food prices are going up and the levels Americans haven't seen in decades. I'm trying to see, and it's showing. You see here it's showing that the dairy. The United States Department of Agriculture released an update to its food price outlook for 2022 and found that nearly everything one might ingest, whether it comes from the grocery store or restaurant, is going up in price. Price increase consumers have already been forced to endure this last year. All food prices are now predicted to increase between 4.5 and 5.5%, the USDA Economic Research explained in the March report. While the overall increase is alarming, a closer look at various categories shows just how expensive shoppers can expect items to get according to USDA. This is the article that I found really interesting. It says beef and veal is going up by 16.2%, and this is at current. I'm sure we can expect to see higher food prices. Pork 14%, poultry 12.5%, fish and seafood 10.4%, eggs 11.4%, dairy 5.2%, fats and oils 11.7%, fresh foods 10.6%, Fresh vegetables, 4.3%. Processed fruits and vegetables, 7.6%. Sugars and sweets, 7%. Cereals and bakery products, 7.8%. As for takeout or dine-in menus, the USDA said these prices are predicted to go up between 5.5 and 6.6 for the remainder of the year. Additionally, food prices climbed 7.9% for the year ending February 2022. This was the largest 12-month advance since July 1981, according to the department. Not trust banks. You cannot leave your money in the bank, and I can't keep stressing this enough. You better have this. These are from the Mint. They are a part of a collection series. These are $50. I do have multiples. These are the quarters from the American Beautiful program, and these are the S, and they are uncirculated. However, they're still money, and it's good to have change for bartering and smaller purchases. I really do believe that the cost of food is going to escalate by summertime. We are going to see mass shortages. In the Bible, you could even call this maybe a spiritual war. In the Bible, it does speak of famine and scarcity over 80 times. Was it God? Somebody correct me on this. Was it God that instructed Joseph to stockpile 7 years of food? So we do have serious issues that are going on, and please excuse the background noise. We have the air conditioner person coming to check the air conditioner because we are going into summer, and where I live we get to about, we can average 100, and in heat waves 106. But yeah, so we're having that checked. So if you hear any noise, that's what it is. It's like every time I sit film, there's always some commotion. There was nobody around, and then I sit, turn the camera on, and it's like everybody is gathered, right? Anyway, pardon that. So having, substantial change, nickels, dimes, quarters, $50, whatever you got, keep it if you can. It's good, like I said, to have cash, have dollars, have fives, have tens, have 20s, lower cash bills. Really need to have it. You have to be your own central bank at this point. You need to have, and I keep showing this over and over, and it's not because I just have to show this, but it's because it's important to have your safety, to protect your assets, to protect your food, to protect your preps. It is clear. I just want to make sure so everybody can see. All right, the color is clear. So make sure you're routinely, practicing with it. Muscle memory. Make sure you keep it clean after it's been fired. Keep dirt, dust out of it. So keeping your firearm in tip-top condition and training in tip-top condition is extremely important right now. There is another article, I almost forgot here. I want to read it just really quickly. It's disturbing. Let's see. Oh yeah, and if anybody happened to miss Biden's, President Biden says food shortages are going to be real, right? I will link that article down below as well, just in case you might have missed that. So here's the thing, people. If we are having the president tell you directly, look, prepare for food shortages. You're seeing what's going on in the other countries. Africa is begging for help. People are going to are starving over there. They're begging, for help, for food. All right. If you don't take this seriously, when Let's Go Brandon is telling you, prepare for food shortages. I don't know what it's going to take for some people to, wake up and smell the coffee and realize, oh, I better be doing something, right? Because there is going to come a day when we go to the store and there's going to be hardly anything. And here's the thing. If, in fact, there is food on the shelves, do you know how much that food is going to be? I would imagine probably so expensive that the average person is not going to be able to afford a loaf of bread or a dozen eggs. This one, and I was going to do my video last week, and like I said, I got so busy And then my SD card just, I don't know, I tried to format it, I worked like an hour and a half, and then I just ended up ordering one on Amazon. But this article is disturbing. Biden to mark Transgender Day, a visibility with new support for transgender Americans. And if you are a transgender, please note that I am not making any judgment on you whatsoever. I just don't know why it has to be declared a national holiday or day. If anybody can explain that to me, I would really like to know. Please leave it down in the comment section. Because it's like we don't have heterosexual day, why do we have to make it, so in our face? I'm going to leave it there because, I don't want to get, maybe I'm just going to scratch that out. But that article will be down in the info if you want to read that, okay? So, yeah, having plenty of, just coins on hand. Like I said, these are part of a collection from the Mint. But if SHTF happens, you can bet that I'm just going to break these out and use them for quarters and half dollars, dimes, nickels, pennies, whatever. Unless they are silver, then that's a whole different thing. But these are not silver. These are just part of a collection. So pretty much face value, maybe a little over face value. Try to hold on to them, as best you can. But in dire situations, use your quarters and whatever. But yeah, so keeping cash on hand, keep getting food, prep, prepare, repeat, because it's going to get serious. Probably looking around, my best judgment, and by no means am I fortune teller, but I'm just saying my best judgment probably be somewhere in the line of summertime. This isn't going away, people. This is definitely not going away. So I'll take this moment to do a shout out to Revert's Means. Check out his channel. He does go around posting videos about every 2 days, which is really good. So he's very consistent with his videos. And so I'm just going to leave it there. Make sure you keep training with your firearm, becoming proficient in that, have change on hand. And I do believe that this is really going to take out the middle class. I have family members that are, young, and it's affecting them, just the gas alone. It's hard. Millennials, homeowners have never been impacted by, we have booms and we have busts, and that's just part of the economy. And on average, it averages about every 10-ish years that we have a bust. Millennials have never experienced anything remotely like a housing crash, and this will be their first. I don't think that we are going to recover from this next housing crash. We are probably, the average American is probably not going to be able to afford a home. There is something coming to the United States that we all know, because they're talking overly about the New World Order and implementing that. Well, they are implementing. This is what we are currently in. The early stages, or maybe, I don't know, middle stages of it, who knows, right? But we are going down that line of it. And this has been going on way before even the started. We all know that. This isn't conspiracy. This isn't me sitting here with the tinfoil, hat on. They tell you what they're doing. It's in the article. You just have to research it. You have to read it. They post it. It's on their site, the government site. So there you go. It's no shockaroonie. I think President Bush was talking about it way back in the days. So it's been on the books for a very long time what their plan is. So again, thank you all so much for your patience and support, and I'm so sorry this didn't get out sooner. I do apologize. I keep saying this, but I promise you I will be consistent with my videos. I will try to get one out. I'm going to film it tomorrow, which is Tuesday. Yes, either film it Tuesday or Wednesday, and it will be up Wednesday. And it will be on the 22 long rifle. Some say carbine, some say carbine. There's no right, there's no wrong. So it will be on that, because that's a great firearm to have, especially for beginners and for kids starting out. And it does need a little bit more recognition, because they're easy to obtain. They're easy to, you know, to handle. Hardly any recoil whatsoever. So again, thank you to all my subscribers. You guys are everything to me. I wish you all well. Be safe. Be healthy. And until next time, God bless all of you. Be well. So, this is our local Stater Brothers, and it has been pretty well stocked. It is a Monday morning, so not too bad for over the weekend. Everything looks pretty good, considering. I was gonna do one of these a long time ago, but there was really no point because every time I come, everything is pretty well stocked. As you can see, plenty of the ramen. All the way down the line, everything's well stocked. The rice, the beans. Canned foods. Dairy looks fine.
No, I have more in the garage. Of everything? Some. Apple juice? Alright, hold on. Do we have some of the white ones still?
Condiments are pretty well stocked. Deli meats and cheeses looks good. Let's try the eggs at the end here. Not bad. So meats look very well stocked.